See, I gotta research something real quick, so I thought I'd just make it a video. Up to you if you want to watch. You watch, you watch, you don't, you don't. This will help you out if you're looking for a motorized projection screen. I've done tons of motorized projection screens. I've painted them, redesigned them, all kinds of crazy stuff. You'd be surprised. Anyway, what I'm looking for is not this. I'm looking for something on Amazon, but actually, this is the motorized projection screen I'm looking at right now, called Power Extra 100-inch motorized projection screen. I needed to look into it and research this because I'm basically they're going to be putting two of these in the Legacy Smoke Lounge, and this right here, I need to make sure that this motorized projector is not going to grind. So if it doesn't know what the grinding is, this is basically where the motor, when you basically hit the button to draw the screen back up into the case, it doesn't stop. Once it hits the case, it continues to go on, and it causes it to make a grinding noise, which will damage your motor. And we don't want that. It means if you walk away at any time and you're not watching it, when you hit that button, it could make this grinding noise. You don't want that at all. So there's somebody here on YouTube who actually has the exact same projection screen. So I'm going to watch his unboxing review and see if this thing does the grinding. Hopefully it doesn't. It's a good price.
So, I don't know, when it is in a plastic or in a package like this, do you call it unboxing or
does he have it?
probably
No.
unwrapping?
Wow. Oh my goodness. Why do people always do these videos and they don't have the proper information on here? Let me see. Who has the motorized screen? Who actually has it? So I got one from eBay. I actually didn't have the grinding. It was really smooth. It was super quiet. Didn't make any noise. It's actually one of the screens that I painted. I customized. Honestly, don't remember who I bought it from. Let's see. And it doesn't really say much on Amazon telling you if it is going to be its auto lock. Motorized smooth auto lock system. Motorized smooth auto lock system. For a motorized projector screen. Motorized smooth. Oh, that's bad. These are 4.3s. That's really awful. Let's see. I'd rather see him do. I mean, the manuals are. Yeah, I hate manual screens. I do. Manual screens not sexy to me. I hate to say it, but when it comes down, that's what I like. I'm going to go to eBay real quick. See if I can figure out where I purchased. No, it would be on this account. I'm on the wrong account, eBay account for that. So it wouldn't be on that one. Just be 100% sure that's going to do it. Why is it getting a lead screen? What does lead screen work for the 100 inches? Motorized. That's what they want. Geesh. That's not bad at all. It's 125, but we don't need 125. We need 100 inches. That's what we need to put in for the installment. It needs 100 inch. That's 16.9. What do we got here for these screens? 169, 232. That ain't bad at all, period. Tell the truth. And they're all black on top of that. That makes it sick. That black technology ain't gonna rig it. $169. This is, yeah, this is a good deal, but again, one of the problems you're going to run into is it's going to grind. That's the problem you're going to run into. Because if it doesn't have that auto stop, and some of them don't have that auto stop, when it rolls up, you're going to tear your motor up big time. You're going to, what the freak is that? Yeah, basically you have to be there to stop this. And each screen is definitely going to do it automatically. So let me put this into save so I can send this over to them. Because I'm doing the research for them. They asked me what screens to pick out, what projectors, stuff like that. So I'll give them two options. They can go with the motorized, which are going to be $232 a piece, which ain't bad. That's actually extremely cheap. That's really good. We can get them at 100 inches. 100, 4.3? Really? That's pretty cool. Because I could have used a 4.3 when I did it for my RetroPie. I had to actually make that 4.3. That came in handy. I was running for 4.3 for the RetroPie setup. Oh, currently unavailable, of course. Alright. Another problem you're going to have if you're dealing with a screen and you're painting motorized, not all of them have it, but you see that bar at the bottom? That bar at the bottom has to be heavy. Because reason why, sometimes when you paint a screen, you get something called a ripple effect. And that's where you get these wavy lines on the screen. This doesn't affect so much with long throws, more like with ultra short throw and short throw projectors are plagued by this, but long throws don't have that issue too much. So we're going to be using two Christie LW400, so they're long throws, so we're not going to have a problem with that. If you do get one of these screens and you do decide to paint the screen, we always apply, when I've done a screen where I put down 4 applications on the screen, you're not going to jam your motor. We've done so many of these. It takes a while to jam a motor. It takes about 40 applications to jam a motor. I did it already. I burnt out a motor already. I actually cracked a fixed frame screen too by painting it too much. So it takes quite a lot to do it. And I actually did customized gaming screens where we painted the outside and this part right here and had designs up in here. Yeah, you can't jam the motor. But what happens, it does stiffen the material. Some of the cheaper ones, they do put a very thin, flimsy material on it, and then the light bar on it, and it's just when you paint it, it's definitely going to rip a little bit. It's going to curve. It's going to curve on the edges. That's what's going to happen. But you put down 2 layers of primer. That's as far as I would probably go, and then the application, and you're good. You can also expand your screen size because the screen size on a motorized projection screen is 2 inches here, 2 inches here, and 2 inches at the bottom. You can actually expand the screen size, especially when you're dealing with black technology. You can paint over the border because technically you don't need them. If you have a black technology, you don't need a black border. What would be the purpose of that? The whole purpose of the border is so when you have a gray screen or white screen, it keeps it tapered off. You don't need that when you have black technology, so you can actually expand your screen size. So at 100 inches on the screen, the screen's 100 inches, you got 2 inches here, 2 inches here, that's 4, that's 6, and then you have to make an extra 2 for the top because you have to even it out, so you got a 108-inch screen. So that's how that works right there. Alright, let me see, what do you got right here? Oh, this is a 100-inch spectrum. I wonder if this one is tension. Ah, that's definitely tension. Look at that tension screen. Tensions cost money. This is actually cash. This is white. Only white for that much money. This is a manual roll down. Gee whiz, you might just get the motorized one. This is the manual motorized for $263. Might as just buy the motorized. I think screen motorized manual. Right, this is a manual at 100 inches. If we're gonna be, this is gonna be a luxury lounge. What I mean by luxury, this place is going to be exquisite. You can't do pull downs in there. I'm gonna have to explain to them. You can't do pull downs. You don't want to be reaching over to a screen to pull it down, and it's supposed to be luxury. You want to go doop and have this thing go doop. That's what you want when you're doing a luxury setup. So I have to explain that to them at the end of the day because you don't want it to be tacky. You don't want it to be tacky. You want it to be, I mean, this place is going to look gorgeous. I saw some of the stuff that they're going to be doing for this place on this Facebook page, and that place is going to be exquisite. Anytime you have a luxury smoke lounge, you got the best liquor, they got the best cigars, they have cigars that are flown in, all that. They have the best, the finest furniture, softest leather, best food. It's supposed to be the best of the best. So you can't be in there with manual. You can't be in there with, you got to be in with that. That's what you want. So we got 2 elite screens here. This is at 200 right here, but I think I'm gonna get them to get the motorized, because the motorized is the best bet. It's gonna look much better, especially with them being all black too. Oh, we can put UFO lights in them too. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna hide all this. All this is gonna be hidden. This is gonna go up into a casing, and it's gonna go up into a casing, and I'm gonna put some blue LED lights in there to give a soft glow off of it. It's gonna be sick when we get done with it. But I think we should do the motorized. I mean, talk to them and tell them to do the motorized. It's the best way to go. Yeah, it's the best way to go. But the elite screens, I'll go with them. Elite, that's better. I've done the cheaper screens, and you can go with a cheap screen. That's cheap for elite. I mean, but the only problem is when you go with a cheap screen, you got to take a bit of a gamble. You have to make sure that it's going to cut off when it reaches the case. If it doesn't, you're going to hit that button, you're going to walk away, you're going to be upstairs, it's going to sound like your kids put in freaking Lego blocks in your food processor and your mixer. Like, what the heck is that grinding noise? Because that's what happened to me. I walked away from the screen and I heard this horrible grinding noise. I went downstairs and found out that it doesn't exactly cut off. You have to do that manually. And some of those screens do that. Some of them, like I said, the bars can be really light. If the bars are really light, it's not going to be enough weight to keep the screen flat, so you're going to get curls on the edge. You're going to curl up a little bit around your screen. You could fix that by priming the material a little bit more. Sometimes they make the material very thin. So with the elite screens, it's very thick. It's very heavy. The bars are heavy too, which are really nice. But I found a couple of really good generic screens, like one of the screens I had that I got rid of, which I should have kept. I don't know why I got rid of it. I didn't think I was going to need it, but I should have kept it. It would only cost me around $98. It was $68, 60 or 70 bucks. Automatically cut off when it hit the casing. That was a plus. Smooth, didn't make any noise. It was perfect. Just got to figure out where I bought it from. I'm going to go check my computer and check my eBay account on here. I'm going to figure out where I got that from. But that was only around, that was this one right here. This is the one we bought. Let me see. I got it on my account. Let me see. We don't got a, we have pointers up in here. I think we got it on here. Let me see. Where's, well, being in the home, they gotta be in demos. We're going to change some of this out for that new technology. We definitely going to put these up here. See these were done at night. This is a black technology. It's on a black screen behind here pressed into the window. These had to be done at night. The new stuff we have now, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a game changer right there. Right there, it's a game changer. We get in early in the morning, we can pop those things on with no problem. Let me see. We got that motorized. We got a lot of demos, people. I want to twist them. We gotta put more on here. See one last thing. We got the motorized projection screens, the giant grid. Still going. We'll get there. Just a lot of stuff we had. There we go. There we go. This is the area we have all motorized projection screens at. This is the screen that I purchased. This thing was super quiet. Didn't make any noise. When I went to go roll it up, it locked. It didn't basically have any problem. This is what I had to find. This is the last motorized projection screen I purchased. This one I gotta get.
It's blackseriesedition.com. That's the new one. And our company.
Yeah, it's just screen painted on black.
see?
Somebody brought up a very interesting theory about the invisible technology we displayed outside. They were like, what if you were to spray that on a screen to boost the gain capability? Because that screen has the ability to basically filter sunlight and it can absorb that much light. What would happen if you were to sell it as a booster for upgrading screens? Still be pointless. It'd be a waste of time. And the reason why it'd be a waste of time, why would you spray it on a gray screen? You're still going to see contrast. It's not going to change you. I mean, they'll give you some ambient light rejection technology. Yeah, it'll be a little bit more of improvement, but your colors are still basically not going to produce. You need contrast to produce color. A lot of people don't realize that. They don't get that connection there. You have to have 100% black to pick up true color. You have to have it. We could spray that stuff on a gray screen. It'll basically probably produce better in a fully lit environment. But are you going to pick up contrast? No, you won't see it at all because, again, it's the screen. It won't allow you to do it. That's the problem. Now, if we were to spray that stuff on our black technology over here, yeah, it'll actually increase. What about another black screen if it was sprayed on that? You know what the problem would fall behind that right there? Well, it's not tested, so you don't know how the white levels would display. Because that's not going to help your white levels. Whatever, I can't tell you what we put into it, but it's designed to basically allow the screen to absorb light and allow it to use it to make the screen brighter. This is not going to help your screen. So it'd be just a waste of time. It'd be a whole bunch of policies we'll have to put in at the end of the day and disclaimers about we don't want to make it sound like, oh, but you promised this. I'm not going with that crap. I'm going to leave it strictly only as rear projection technology. We'll put a huge disclaimer in there that says do not use this on a screen that is not rear or front projection because you're going to have some problems with it. I'm not going to fix anything. All right, let me see. So, yeah. All right, I'm just going to advise them to get the other ones. That's the best way to go. That's going to be the best way to go. Because these screens are not that expensive.
First things first.
Oh, we got a new demonstration that popped up on the shelf on the Gamer Paint today too. Looks like gray screens don't work. They don't work at all. I know people want to get angry and upset. Or getting upset with me gonna help you. Your screen still don't work. You call me all the names in the world, and your screen still don't work. How are you going to get a gray screen to function? It don't even function in the environment you're at right now. How would it work? They're going to have movie day on Monday. And majority are going to be watching Hotel Transylvania. Yeah, Hotel Transylvania has a lot of dark areas in it. How in the world are you going to get a screen like that to function? And they don't want the lights turned out. It's a movie for the kids and they don't want the lights turned out. You know why? Because kids get in all kinds of mischief when the lights are out. They'll be pulling each other's hair and poking each other and punching each other and everything. So they want all the lights on so they can see what the kids are doing. That's what they want. You can have that screen washed out. That's a white surface and a gray screen. They don't work. And that's not, we're in an ultra short throw. I think we are in an ultra short throw. Yeah, we are. So let's say if he did have the job over there doing the Legacy Lounge, say he did have it, how would he get the screens to work over there? They have to be in a fully lit environment in that setup. How would he get it to work? One of the applications is a ceiling application and it involves the entire ceiling turning into a universe. How will you get that to work on a gray or white screen? How? Oh, spending money for a very expensive projector to produce an insane amount of contrast and then turn around and darken the environment to get it? No. They're not going to do that. Some people, you can talk to them and change in their environment for a screen, and other people are not going to do it. They're just going to say, you know what, I'll just buy TV. I think I'm gonna do my motorized projection screen too. I donate all that stuff. Everything I have over there, I donate. We donate the glass technology for the windows. We're donating, donated multiple projectors. Donating my popcorn machine I got in the next room because I don't use it. I used it one time and that was it. I ain't never plugging anything back in again. That whole entire apartment would smell like popcorn. It was just a little too much for me. She just got a smaller one. That'd have been nice. That's another thing people don't realize. When you see those popcorn machines, and you got to have a really big area to put that thing in. Your entire place will smell like popcorn. I know it's a fantastic smell, but you don't want to smell. You smell it the next day too. It'll be in your furniture and everything. That thing can pop some popcorn, but the smell is in everything. Just get it nice for show. It is. Other than that, just get a regular popcorn machine and be happy. And this is an all-white screen. This is one I purchased for $79 on eBay. Converted it with black technology. Expanded the screen size because we're able to extend it because we don't need the border. And this shows you if you have a gray or white screen, this is a reaction you're going to get off your screen in a fully lit environment. The gray screen has served its purpose. It did. It served its purpose. It did its job. When white screens were all the rage and everybody had white screens and white screens were washing out and they weren't working out too well. And someone, we don't know who came up with the YouTube gray and black paint. Nobody knows who did it. We were the first person because I was 5 years too late when that came out. They developed a gray and black paint so people wouldn't have to deal with white screens because they sucked. So that's where the gray paint came in. From whoever developed, we just don't know. It's like trying to figure out who's the person invented the back scratcher. Figure that one out. There's no actual first inventor of the back scratcher. It doesn't exist. Nobody knows. It's one of those things that just happened. So no one knows about the gray screen paint, who started it. But anyway, it served its purpose. Because, again, the gray screen gave better contrast, gave better color than the white screen. And you could have a couple of lights, like one or two lights. Long silver cover wasn't too much, but you can have them. White screen, you couldn't have any of that. You had to be in a complete pitch black. And then you had the gunmetal technology that pops up that can do far more than what a gray screen can do. But the problem with the gunmetals, they're very expensive. And a lot of people want to go out and spend $3,000 for a screen. So that's why the gray screen still exists. But now you got screens getting darker, almost near black technology. And black technology is what destroyed the gray screen. Because now at the end of the day, for those of you who want to go get gray screens, well, the problem you have at the end of the day, this is why you contact us, because you think your projector with all its bells and whistles is going to fix that problem, and it's not. Then when you go to turn your lights on, you watch your screen wash out and fade, your colors don't come up, you can't produce contrast, and you want to be in a fully lit environment. You don't want to be stuck in the dark 24/7. Is your living room a dedicated theater room? It's not? All right, then you don't want to be in the dark. And I'm pretty sure your wife or girlfriend or whoever else is in there with you don't want to be in the dark with you. So, I've heard that before from a couple of customers that the reason why they couldn't get a projection screen because the wife don't want to turn her living room into a cave. Now you can have a big screen and you can be in a fully lit environment without it washed out or spend tons of money for a projector to fix a problem to try to get the screen to work. And that's what the people we're doing business with are figuring out now. You don't got to spend $4,000, $5,000 and have a screen watch, and you don't have to deal with that. Spend for 720p's, 2 projectors under $400, and get the image to pop with no problem. Gray screen served its time. It did well. It did well for many, many years. I know because I used to sell it. It did well for many, many years, but it has now, and it's served its purpose. It's done. Now, what they have to worry about now is not so much the black screen. Gray screens don't worry about the gunmetals. They have to worry about that. They have to worry about the tones. That's what they got to worry about. The Home Depots, Lowe's, and Benjamin Moore, Sherman Williams, the tones. Because when I was coming up and we were making screen paints, there was no such thing as tones. They didn't exist. There was no bare silver screen or none of that. It was black paint, white paint. Mix it together, figure out what you get. That's what it was. Now you got screen paints that come in gray tones. So many different versions of gray tones. It's frightening. So you don't need them. House paint will do the same thing. Unless you can prove otherwise. If you got a great screen paint out there and you can prove that your product can overpower gray screens and show something significantly different, then yeah, you got something there. Now you see this right here? See that demonstration right there? See the difference between night and day? You can see a huge difference. How we don't have to get right up on top of the screen to show you the difference. We can do it from way back there and show you. That's what you're supposed to see. When you watch screen paint and you got a slight little shade, a little hiccup, you're not going to see that at 12 and 13 feet back, especially in a dark environment with motion. You're not going to see it. So this is what we're going to do for them. I think the best thing to do is to go with the motorized projection screens. That's the best thing to go with, because I got to coat these at the end of the day. And the Elite screen does have a more heavier, it has more heavier material. Another one I do like, they have on, I like this other one too. This other one they have over here. I'm looking at that Power Extra. I want to read more on that Power Extra. But it's not a bad price either. Be careful about this right here. You see that right there where it says outdoor? That's not an outdoor projection screen. There is no way in the world on God's green earth you're going to get $179 for an outdoor motor. Nope, ain't going to happen. You know, forget it. It's not going to happen. Those are super expensive. Outdoor projection screens. If you got an outdoor projection screen, there is going to be in here. There's going to be a section in here that's going to tell you why it's outdoor. You'll see something in there that'll tell you what makes it outdoor. Maybe it's vacuum, not vacuum sealed, but sealed from sand, dust, dirt, all that. You would see it. So we got widescreen, 16:9. Some of these things are going for trying to sell them at 4.3. Right there on cinema showing. It's right here. Viewing angle. You wouldn't have a problem with a viewing angle with that. Oh yes, you would. If it was white, you definitely would have a problem with that. Because what time of the day are you getting 180 and 80 viewing angle? There you go. That'll help you out there. Some. What type of the day can your screen pick up at 180 viewing angle? So if you turn to the side and you're at let's see, 4 o'clock. Are you going to see an image at 4 o'clock at 180 viewing angle? And what image are you going to be to see? Will you be seeing contrast? We see color. This is a white screen, by the way. Contrast, color. Will you see any of that? So they don't tell you what time of the day. Well, that's good. You'll figure it out on your own. You'll find out yourself. Maybe like 8 and 9 o'clock. You'll find out. That's when you know you can use it. All right, swing surface, efficient motor running smoothly. So with having a long operation, including frequency remote control, a detachable 3-way wall switch. Okay, that's the wall switch. Okay. Easy to install, just installment on the machine case. Okay, installment to your wall and ceiling and whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's nothing right there. And customer satisfaction. Nope, there's nothing there telling you it's going to actually weatherproof. Let's look for Elite. Has them. Elite outdoor. Yard Master. Front and rear. The automatic. Doesn't matter. She's automatic. Outdoor protection screen, 150 inches. Right here. Let's see. Here it is, right here. Projection screen manual is an IP33. IP33 is their outdoor projection screens. IP33. Let me see, I just lost my place there. Projection screen material is an IP33 rated for wind, rain, penetration, if I'm saying it correctly, for outdoor applications. Outdoor electrical motor, projection screen with floating aluminum anti-rust brackets. That's how you know if the screen's weatherproof. If it doesn't say anything like this, it doesn't have to be an IP33 rating, but yeah, I guess it would have to be an IP33 rating. But anyway, yeah, it would explain right there if it's wind, rain, potential, all that stuff like that would be in there. That's how you would know. If it doesn't say it, then your screen's not weatherproof. And then you're going to run the risk of leaving your screen out there, because that's what most people do when the screens are weatherproof. They're not dragging that in the house with you because it's weatherproof. So you're going to leave it out there. And what's happened is rain's going to hit your motor, it's going to damage it, and it's basically going to rust it out or whatever's going to go on there, and it's going to shut down. You're going to plug it in. Hopefully you don't get electrocuted in the process, but you're going to plug it in and it's not going to work. So your screen is busted. And it's a motor at that, which means, you know how difficult it is to try to get this to go back up or this to come out? It's not going to happen. It's going to be jammed in your case. That's what's going to happen. Because the people who sold you, not Elites actually tells you this is weatherproof. The screen over here that we saw that claimed to be weatherproof outdoor, it's not outdoor. It's a fake. Unless it says that IP33 and explains to you why it's weatherproof, that basically it protects, and it's basically sealed to protect your penetration of sand, of rain, moisture, all that stuff that will jack up your motorized projection screen. If it doesn't have that, then, and it's telling you that it's outdoor, it's not outdoor. Let's take off the Elite altogether. That's going to bring that up. It's going to have that. CD screens right here for $169. Indoor and outdoor. Yeah, you'll find out the hard way. You'll leave it outside because it's weatherproof, because it said it was outdoor. And then it'll rain or whatever will happen when your screen's out there and your motor will get damaged. And when you go to plug it in, God forbid you don't get electrocuted in the process. If it's still moisture in there, if it sparks up, something's going to go wrong, and you got electricity flowing through that motor, so you're going to have some sparks going on. It may pop off, or it's just not going to work at all, and it's going to make the or it's going to make any sound at all, period. And that means that your screen's going to be jammed up in there. We just saw a review on this one. I wonder. I just saw somebody do a review on this one right here. 100-inch motorized projection screen. Where are we at on this? Yeah, where did I see that? So that's why you have to make sure. As a matter of fact, Amazon should have, I don't know if Amazon monitors any of that stuff, but they should cut down on that and allow people to write anything they want in their specifications. See, people? This is what I sat there and said about screen paints. Write anything you want in your specifications without proper testing. And when you got people doing motorized projection screens and claiming them to be weatherproof, and they're not weatherproof, and you're the one out the money at the end of the day. Well, you're not the money. You're just going to basically do a chargeback or figure out some way. This is what I mean by just people just write anything in specifications just for the sake of it. So they put it's outdoor to sell more. Of course someone's going to buy that. It's an outdoor projection screen. Outdoor projection screens are not cheap. All right, I saw it somewhere. I'm going to have to look for that later, but I saw it somewhere where somebody had they had the one we're looking for. That one we can use too. Because I got to say to somebody, I just need to see, excuse me, somebody roll it up. So it doesn't make that grinding noise, and we're good. All right, I'll just look it up for later on that one. If you're going to take the screen outside and take it down and bring it in, yeah, okay, that's fantastic. I built a couple of screens out there. I can take off the latch, bring it in. You know, a 100-inch screen is great. 120 is pretty big. It's a big screen to push back on. 150, it's going to take 2 people to do that one. 120 you do yourself. 150 is going to take 2 people to do it. Maybe 2. You can probably do it with 1. Yeah, you probably can do it with 1 person. 200 inches. They got a 200-inch screen up there. I saw it. That thing is huge. Oh my God, that thing is freaking heavy. The case and all. Yeah, since the Monday the kids are going to be on the bottom floor, we'll be on the 2nd floor. So I'm going to show you the size of this screen. This screen is gigantic. No, we'll not be painting that thing. I couldn't imagine hanging a 200-inch motorized projection screen. That's me. Customized gaming painted motorized projection screen. That'd be me. We're the only ones who did it. We did the projector and we did the this is my custom setup. So I custom designed my screen and I custom designed my projector. When you get tired of being stuck in the box, someone tells you at the end of the day, when people feed you nonsense at the end of the day by telling you, and I heard somebody, I'm not going to mention the name, but we know what we're talking about, who sat there and made a dumb comment on YouTube by saying, oh, you can't paint a screen, you paint it too many times, it'll jam the motor up. Noobs, boy, noobs, I swear, don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, we painted the entire screen. We even painted the surface that you don't even project on. We did a whole customized setup. This was all made out of a box, the United States Postal Service box. All this was made out of cardboard, customized, and did a rusted fallout paint job or nuclear paint job to the projector, which I have not here, but it's actually on site right now. They're using it for the time being. And I did my own motorized, customized motorized. Why we explain to y'all, we don't think on your level. The naysayers, we don't think on your level. We're in a whole other universe. If I decided to, I can actually start a company on doing custom paint jobs, gaming paint jobs for projection setups. It just takes too long. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do that. To custom paint a screen to make it look like it's basically nuclear corroded or anything else. We did it. We did the Pac-Man. We did a RetroPie version. We converted a 16.9 to a 4.3. For the RetroPie, even had the entire, for the RetroPie, had it made it like it was actually made of that Atari wood color design. What did I do with the projection screen? Threw it in the trash. I know I shouldn't have, but did it already. I still kept this. I kept the whole entire section here. But I can communicate, I can do this motorized projection screen anytime I want. It's a learning experience, how to do it. So we took a screen that looks like this and turned it into that. So they want me to take a motorized projection screen and make it look elegant. Oh, we can do that too. We can make it look beautiful, pretty, whatever they want me to do to it, we can do to it. Because that's one of the videos we showed what we can do to a white screen. How we can convert it to something completely different you've never seen before. Even take an old projector and convert it to make it look like something insane. Neon lights, all that stuff. Kind of like build on a computer anyway. So that's what we're going to do. I hate this when they do this. This is not true. Come on. Oh, I hate that. Because you know why? Consumers going to look at this and really going to think that he or she's going to pull this off. And that is never going to happen. That's not going to happen. Why did he do that? That's the one thing I respect about Elite Screens. Elite Screens never do this. They have their logo going across it, but they never put that on at all. They never do that. All right, people. Well, let me see. They probably got them on eBay. I'm gonna pop over to eBay real quick. Show you what we usually buy off eBay. Let me see. eBay. eBay has good motorized projection screens. You want to spend a lot of money. Motorized projection screens. And I can see these screens came down too, because they were really expensive for the motorized projection screens. Tensions are always going to be expensive. Tensions are always expensive. But if you're going to be, words to wise, if you're going to be using ultra short throw, for those of you with ultra short throw projectors, you're going to have to go tension. You don't have a choice. You have to go tension. Tension screen is going to come down flat every single time. Ultra short throws, if you have a slight little ripple or anything on your wall, you will find out. You want to see how flat your walls are? Take an ultra short throw and shove it against your wall. And if that screen curves or whatever happens to it, ripples a little bit, your walls are uneven. You have to be on a perfect flat surface to run ultra short throw. Let me see, motorized. Projection screen. Oh, we don't want that right there, projection screen. So we got eBay. I love eBay. eBay has so much good stuff on here. We got this is where we got our screen from the design from there. I wonder. Wayfair. I never shot that Wayfair before. No, we're good. Thank you. Look at that tension. They got a tension. Vivistorp tension. 100 inch for $939. Told you, they're not cheap. They're expensive. Tensions are very expensive. Floor rising. Is this a real? Oh, yeah, we don't even. Okay, let me make sure. The only thing that scares me about the floor rising motorized projection screens, what if something goes wrong? Do you know how much money and how expensive that's going to be to fix a floor rising screen if something goes wrong? Motorized screens are easy to fix because you could just take out the entire motor. As a matter of fact, you can actually buy the motor. It's not hard to do. But you can just take out the entire motor, pull that out, and basically put a new one in. You know what I mean? It's very easy to do. But you're talking about the floor standing, if anyone can fix that, you're going to make some good money out there because they're a headache to fix. Not saying the concept is not beautiful. It is very beautiful. I freaking love it. But that's what terrifies me. What if just something happens and it malfunctions? $174 free shipping. That's how the top was over there. $174 free shipping. That's not a bad price. Oh, these got the clips on them? Oh, they do got the clips on them. These are the good inflatable screens? Oh man, we didn't talk about, we done a couple of inflatable screens. What's the back on these? What's the back part? Are the back's black? Ah man, it's front and rear. Gee, I hate those things so much. But it's got the clips on them. These are the best. If you get inflatable projection screens, make sure they have these clips on them right here. Because if you do the ones that have that Velcro, all that stuff is a pain in the neck. Because you have to have it perfectly flat all the way around. If you have just one little line, little loop here, a little even, it's going to leave a line right across your screen. I hate those. But these clips are so much easier. You just lock them in place, click, 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 click. Lays flat every single time. No wrinkles, nothing. I love these. Alright, let me go get back to this. I got caught up in that right there. Alright. So we're gonna buy some deletes. Deletes are cheap. They're cheap. I'm gonna buy some to get those instead. They're cheap. Look at this dumb nonsense. Look at this dumb nonsense. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Tourists, they carved their names into the Roman Colosseum and say we didn't know. People are just stupid. Why would you do that? This has been around for centuries. And then your stupid behind comes along, sorry, I gotta go on a little rant real quick, comes along and writes your name into a Roman Colosseum. First of all, I'm surprised allowed to get that close to it. I really am. Shouldn't allow you to get that close. There's your fence. Well, now, because of these jokers, you probably won't be able to get close to it anymore. Probably gonna put a fence around it now. I gotta look more into that. That's just stupid. Why would you do something like that? It's been there before you ever existed, and you want to feel the need to write into a side. People do the dumbest things, I swear. There's no medicine for idiocy. Alright, people, I'm done here. Because once I go into a rant like that, that's it. I'm gonna go look into that, because I'm curious to see if these jerkers got arrested. They should have got arrested. Hope they did get arrested for it, because that's just downright stupid. Other than that, I know the screens we want to get. These are the ones we're gonna be painting in. So I gotta make sure I get some good ones to paint those in. To set them up. So you get a chance pretty soon to see our screen set up and what I'm gonna be doing over there. It's gonna be nice. And we're also, like I said, that's also too where the people I'm going to be doing a partnership contract with also too, their company. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good year. All right, gotta go. Thank you all. Thank you for coming in. God bless.